So guys, Tinubu has ordered the governor of Benue State to allocate land for ranching to Fulanis in the state in order to stop the attacks. Nigerians are wondering if it is land that is their problem, that they just want to, displace the people of Benue and take over their land. Also, many Nigerians have come out to say ranching is a private business. Why must he force the governor to give them land for ranching? If they want to ranch, they should get land themselves. Don't forget that we were also told that these Fulanis are mostly not Nigerians. They are coming from outside the country. So why is Tinubu trying to appease them by asking Governor Olia to give them land for ranching? Don't forget that the Boko Haram fighters are being asked to drop their arms and be given amnesty and even taxpayers' money. Now, the terrorists, Fulani terrorists coming from, possibly outside of Nigeria, are being asked to be given land to in order to appease their anger. So the government of Nigeria never provide any long-lasting solution to challenges. Don't forget that Governor Ganduje once asked the Fulanis to come to Kanu, that he has enough land for ranching, but they all refused. They refused and they keep heading south, causing carnage, buying people. You can imagine setting houses ablaze and children, old, young, were all caught up in this attack that claimed more than 200 lives. And now Tinubu wants to compensate them with land for ranching. The Islamization agenda is real. And that is what Nigerians have been lamenting. How come Tinubu went to Benue instead of him to find lasting solution? He's asking the governor to give them land as if land is just their problem. No, they want to displace the people of Benue and to take over their communities. So guys, it will also shock you that Tinubu said he could not get to Yalewata where those attacks happened. Tinubu said he couldn't gain access to those places because of bad roads. Can you imagine? The federal government couldn't build road for Benue people. The state government couldn't build road for Benue people. No wonder those Fulanis can come in and go out at any time and cause all kinds of different levels of, attacks, and they will still be able to find their way out because the roads are very bad. That is what Nigerians are reacting to, that how come Tinubu went to Benue and could not visit the places where those attacks happened. Instead, Tinubu was hosted at the government house. And during that time, one of the people that spoke there told Tinubu that Benue State voted for him massively in the last election and that Benue State is still going to vote for him again massively in the upcoming election. Nigerians are wondering if Tinubu went to Benue for a campaign or if he went on a condolence visit. Anyway, the chief of Benue took his time. One of the chiefs took his time to tell Tinubu categorically what is happening in Benue, that it is ethnic cleansing, that they just want to displace their people and take over their land. And the government has not been doing anything as regards to that. Now, don't forget that Tinubu once told the governor to set up a reconciliatory panel in order to reconcile the warring factions. But the people of Benue replied him, say, we are not at war with anybody. Our people go to sleep and invaders come in, buy us and run away. And
are dealing with here in Benue is a calculated, well-planned, full-scale genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign by header terrorists and bandits, which has been on for decades and is worsening every year.
And what will even shock you is that Tinubu challenged the IGP, querying him and asking him how come no arrest has been made since after that attack. Don't forget that protesters who protested were all picked up by police. 14 of them are still left in prison. Now, this headline is going to shock you. Take a look at this. And it says, Mr. Telumon Jacob Fanen, a photographer who took pictures on the day of the protest in Benue State recently over the fire in the state, and others are still locked up in the police headquarters in Makurdi. Can you see? So those who protested, including the photographer, are still locked up. While Tinubu was querying the IGP, how come your men have not been able to arrest anybody after this carnage that happened? So guys, this is to tell you that a whole lot is happening. A chief from Benue State told Tinubu categorically clear what is causing the attacks. I'm going to allow you to listen to what he said. But don't forget that before now, Tinubu instructed the governor to set up reconciliatory panel to reconcile with the warring factions. And Benue people are saying they are never at war with anybody. They only go to bed and people, strange people come into their communities at night and begin to buy them. So guys, from all the statements made by the government, you get to know that they don't even have any clue on how to solve this problem because they don't even know the cause of the problem. Tinubu said warring factions, and the people of Benue say we are not at war with anybody. Now Tinubu is saying give them land for ranching. Is that really the problem? The problem is they want to sack the people of Benue to take over their land. Let me allow you to take a look at how the chief of Benue State stated it categorically clear to Tinubu. Now take a look.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Excellency the Governor of Benue State, and the other governors here present, please permit me to adopt the existing protocol that has been well laid out in making my remarks. Mr. President, I want, on behalf of the good people of Benue State, as the father in the land, to warmly welcome you to Benue State and to thank you for coming to wipe away our tears at such a trying time as this. Your Excellency, ordinarily on a working visit, you would have had to visit my palace, but this is a different occasion. And I'm also in a mourning mood. I will make my remarks to be brief, but I believe that a lot of what I would have needed to tell you, you will create an opportunity for me to sit with you and give you a lot of things I would have wanted to speak about. But for today, I just talk on just 4 issues and then I will be done. First, appreciation. Second, some apprehension. And then thirdly, appeal. And lastly, assurance. Your Excellency, I want to appreciate you for creating time out of your very busy schedule and for rescheduling your itinerary to be here with us in Benue State, to condole with us, to sympathize with us, and to comfort us following the genocidal massacre of close to 200 people in their sleep during the night in Yelwater in Guma local government of Benue State. In our history as a state, you are the first sitting president that has visited us under similar challenges and taken time to even visit some of those that were affected. We want to appreciate you. We want to thank you for, even as we are mourning, for the great things you've done for Benue State, for the appointment of Benue sons and daughters in your administration, and permit me to mention the appointment of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Senator Dr. George Akume, and the Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Professor Joseph Utse, and the many others you have appointed, and we believe the many more you'll be appointing from Benue State. We appreciate the projects you have approved that are going on in Benue State, and we want to thank you for the very cordial relationship and support you have extended to the governor of Benue State is His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Umemalia, the people-oriented governor of the state. We appreciate that cordial relationship and the tag team that is changing the narrative in Benue State. The second thing, Your Excellency, I must quickly talk about is some apprehension. We do have grave concern about the misinformation and misrepresentation of the security crisis in Benue State. Your Excellencies, it is not herder farmers clashes, it's not communal clashes, it's not repressor attacks or skirmishes. It is this misinformation that has led to suggestions such as remain tolerant, negotiate for peace, learn to live with your neighbors. What we are dealing with here in Benue is a calculated, well-planned, full-scale genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign by herder terrorists and bandits, which has been on for decades and is worsening every year. Wrong diagnosis will always lead to wrong treatment. So we are dealing with something far more sinister than we think about. It's not learning to live with your neighbors. It is dealing with a war. The second apprehension, Your Excellency, we have is the politicization of the crisis. Politicians in the states are busy politicizing the crisis, passing blames instead of joining hands to address the crisis. We hear there are some politicians who will even prefer that the crisis should worsen so that it will be a basis for declaration of a state of emergency in Benue State. Your Excellency, this is unfortunate, and any politicians that prays for more people to die for such a project is against the wishes of the people of Benue State. Appeal. Your Excellency, Benue State has made a lot of sacrifices to keep this country united. Many of our people died during the Civil War. We paid the supreme price for this country to keep this country united. Why should we be treated like this? This, what you have come to condole us, is just one in a series of several massacres in this state. What has Benue State done to merit what we are going through? We appeal to you to end the genocide going on in Benue State and the insecurity in all parts of Nigeria. We know you are capable of doing it, sir. We know you are a courageous leader. You are a focused leader. You are a determined leader. You have the courage and the political will to do so. You have taken hard decisions and actions that many people before you did not dare. You have handled the subsidy challenge of this country, the exchange rates in this country, and other difficult decisions. You have taken them. You can give us peace in Benue State. All we ask for you, sir, is to stop our weeping. Give us peace in Benue State so that the farmers My people in Benue State are largely farmers. They have been chased out of their farms. There is hunger, there is food insecurity challenge. Benue is the food basket of this nation. All we ask for is give us peace so that our people will go back to their farms and continue to produce food for Nigeria. I heard a story that there was a challenge in a place in Kwara State, and you rose up and gave them peace. In Kayama, you can do that for Benue. Your Excellency, I'm the paramount ruler of the Chief Nation globally. And at the opportunity I have here, I also want to appeal to the Tea people living in Nasarawa State, many who have been dispossessed of their ancestral lands in some local government areas, Kiana, Obi, Awe, etc. The lands have been taken over from them, and they don't have any lands again. And some people are even saying they are not indigenes, they are settlers. These are people who have been in Nasarawa State before the 18th century. They cannot be settlers. I want to appeal to you to give them peace also. Lastly, assurance. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to tell you that the people of Benue State vote not on basis of religion, not on basis of ethnicity, but on basis of merit, standard, and capacity. In 2023, Benue people went out en masse and voted you in power. I want to assure you that that support and loyalty is still there. Moving forward, expect greater support from Benue State. All we ask as I end my speech, give Benue State peace. Give our rural farmers peace, and they will go back and produce for us. I want to thank you again for this sacrifice you have made of coming personally to be with us.